Hello friends, it's been quite the last couple days. I wanted to make a video for Christmas in July and also Shark Week. So I came up with a cute little Santa shark that I wanted to make for everybody. But obviously yesterday was Christmas in July, so I missed that. I don't know. My videos aren't uploading or downloading to my computer. I'm having just lots of technical difficulty. So I finally got all the footage up and I wanted to remake this guy for you. So happy Shark Week. Happy Christmas. Merry Christmas in July. I'm Rose and welcome to my channel. So you will need Lily Sugar and Cream in the Overcast color, also in the white color, and white red for the hat, and then also black for the eyes, unless you're going to use the eyes like this, but these might be hard to stay on with the backs, since they're going to be using it for a popsicle. You will also need a crochet hook. I'm using 5mm, a pair of scissors, and first you're going to start with a magic ring. You're going to chain 1 and place 5 single crochets into the magic ring. Four, 5, and then you're going to pull it tight, and we are going to slip stitch into the first stitch. And then chain 1, and we're going to single crochet into each stitch all the way around again. 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're going to keep going. Instead of placing a slip stitch, we're just going to single crochet again. Now if you like to place a stitch marker, you can, and I will for the video. And this is 1, and now we're going to add an increase, and we're going to place 2 single crochets into the second stitch, 1 into the third, 2 into the fourth, 1 into the fifth, and 2 into the sixth. And that should bring you back to the first chain and then stitch. And we are going to do 2 and another increase, and we're going to do 1 single crochet in the first one, 1 single crochet into the second, and then 2 into the third. One single crochet into the fourth, 1 into the fifth, and 2 into the sixth. Oops, I lost my stitch. One in the seventh, 1 in the eighth, and then 2 into this stitch, which is probably right after where the stitch marker was, but that's okay. So this is what it's going to look like, and now I'm going to put my stitch marker back, and that's okay. I'm going to put it right here, and we're going to single crochet all the way around in each one in each stitch. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and then this is going to be the snout. So then we're going to flip it to the right side. Now we are going to work back and forth on this one side. So I count this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to do 7, even though there are only 13 stitches on the one side. We're going to chain 1, turn our work, and we're going to go right back into that stitch and single crochet all the way back to the stitch marker. So this is my 3rd time making this. My first time was yesterday. Actually, this is the 4th time because I did another video of one, but I didn't like how it turned out. So I'm going to make him again. And then I did another practice shark after that. So here's my 4th one. And I'm going to chain 1. Oops, I missed it. Did 1 extra. I stopped counting, I was talking. Chain 1 and go back in that stitch. And we're going to go back and forth here for 18 rows. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's about 8 now. and that's okay. I like 8 turns out the best. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Was that 8? Probably already because I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. Alright. So we're going to do 18 rows. I will see you at 18. When you get to 18, you're going to make a slip knot and tie off and cut your yarn. And now you're going to get your white color. And now we're going to work on the teeth. Alright, I'm going to try the teeth again. This is like my 3rd attempt. The first 2 attempts, I didn't like how they turned out. It was like too much. So let's see if I could do it better this time. I think I worked through that a way that I like. And I'm going to make a slip knot. And then I'm going to pull the yarn over or through, and then yarn over, go back through the loop and pull through all. And now I'm going to slip, make a slip stitch. So I'm going to, for the second one, pull through, a loop through, yarn over, pull another loop through. So you're going to have 4 on your hook and pull through all 4, and now make a slip stitch. Pull the yarn through the stitch, yarn over, and go through the stitch again. So you have 4, pull through all 4 loops, and then make a slip stitch. So I think that kind of makes teeth the best way I could figure out how.
So you don't know what you're doing, and the walls are closing in. Just remember where we're going, and remember where we've been. We can breathe underwater, nothing can hurt us anymore. And as long as we're together, it doesn't matter where we are.
So I think that is my best way to make teeth. I actually really like how they turned out. And they're not like too many of them. So now we're going to work into the other side of the teeth, and we're going to make, first we're going to chain 1, and now we're going to slip stitch into each stitch all the way across. I always want to come close and it gets out of the camera, or I go too high and it's out of the camera again. I feel like I need to like make an X on my paper, but that doesn't look very nice. But then it gives me like a reminder. This is where you need to keep your hands placed so you're not out of the camera. Okay. I did not count, but hopefully that was the right amount. And then we're going to slip stitch into the gray and chain 1. And now we're going to just work back and forth until about the middle of the shark, because then we'll make the dorsal fin. And then, well, I'll meet you here in the middle, and then we can make the dorsal fin. So now that we're at the middle of the underbelly, I am going to make the dorsal fin. We are going to make the dorsal fin just like we made his snout. So you're going to need your gray and we're going to make a magic ring. Has anybody watched Shark Week at all this week? I haven't even been on the TV to watch it too much. It was used to be like the highlight of like our summer. We would just all wait for Shark Week to come out. One year we were at the beach or at the shore during that week, during Shark Week, and we wouldn't even dare turn it on because it's already sometimes nerve-wracking when you're in the water. And for the most part, I'm guessing that a shark isn't going to come up too close to shore, but my one son likes to go all the way out into the middle of the ocean, it feels like. And when he was a little bit younger, and it would terrify me. I was so afraid. I'm like, how can you go all the way to the bottom, out to the middle of the ocean? And that same year, we were staying at a beach house, and when we were staying on the bay in New Jersey, and they have these greenhead flies that would bite you. They would bite you through your swimsuit. And he would cry. He was 8. And he would cry and cry that they hurt him so bad. And I'm like, you're crying from a greenhead fly bite. And I'm like, imagine, and you're all the way out in the middle of the ocean, what a shark is going to do to you if it bites you. Oh my goodness. So we didn't watch Shark Week that year, but we always do like to watch Shark Week. It is a highlight of the summer. So I think I'm going to have to turn some on. Okay. Here, I think, I was talking, I think we're back at the beginning of the second row, and then this is going to start our increase. So we're going to single crochet 1 and then single 2 into the next one, single crochet 2 into the next one. So let me put right here. I don't know what happened to my stitch markers. I like have a new one every time I turn around. They like disappear. And then 1 into the 3rd stitch and 2 into the 4th stitch. And I might have completely did this wrong because I was talking, but that's what happens sometimes. I think it's gonna be okay, even if I'm gonna still one, and then I'll just place 2 here, and then we'll start the next round with 2 single crochet. Alright, so here we'll do 1, and then 1 in the second stitch, and then 2. One and 2, and 2 into the next stitch, and then end with a single crochet into each. All right, let's see how that worked out for me. Yeah, so that ended up with the dorsal fin, and now I'm going to slip stitch into the next stitch, and then I'm going to leave a little bit of a tail to stitch it on. Alright, so you're going to need your needle, and then you're just going to have to make sure that you don't go through the white, but you're just going to go all the way around. Okay, and then I'm just going to... Now we will just finish our white, and we'll go all the way to the end. And then the last row, sometimes it doesn't look like it's going to even out, but let's see what happens. And I'm going to stitch it because I think it looks okay. Even though it didn't look like it was going to even out, this still ends up being a little bit longer, and I think we ended up with more stitches than, or more rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So 23, I got 23 on the bottom, 18 on the top, because I think just going back and forth for some reason makes it uneven. So I'm going to cut my white yarn and make a knot, and then I'm going to get my gray. And then I'm going to single crochet all the way across. So I'm starting on, flipped it upside down on the right side, start on the right, I can't, there it is. Slip stitch with a stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I didn't think that went all the way through. 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, there's 8 here. Let's see. Yeah, I'm still going to stick it here. I'll stick it right in the center right there. 8. And then I'm not going to tie off. You can either end there with a flat bottom, but I am going to show you how I make the tail. And then to make the tail, you're going to go into the first stitch and make a single crochet, and then chain 3. Then you're going to make a half double crochet. You're going to skip the first stitch, go into the second stitch from the hook and place the half double crochet, and then a single crochet into the third stitch and a single crochet into this fourth stitch. Turn your work, and you're going to slip stitch into the bottom stitch and chain 1. Now we're going to flip our work again. To work back into the tail, you're going to skip this first stitch and go into the second stitch, single crochet, and a single crochet into the third stitch, or the second, because that wasn't a stitch. Chain 1, flip your work again. Now you're going to skip the first stitch and go into the middle stitch. And you're going to come right into the bottom and do a slip stitch. Chain 1 and flip your work again. Go into the first stitch, single crochet, flip your work again, and go into the bottom stitch as a slip stitch again, which is very complicated, so I apologize. And now we are going to slip stitch into the I think we're on 1, 2, 3, 4, the 5th stitch. We're going to slip stitch and chain 2. So now we're going, that was the first half. Now we're going to work up. So we're going to skip the first stitch and work into the 2nd stitch. We're working on the 2nd fin of the tail, single crochet and slip stitch into the bottom and chain 1. Flip your work. Now we're going to single crochet into the 1 stitch and chain 1 and flip your work. Now we're going to go and single crochet 1 in the top and 1 into the 2nd stitch. So I don't even know if it's a stitch, but we're going to make it a stitch. And slip stitch into the bottom and chain 1 and flip your work. And now we're going to put 2 single crochets, 1 and then another single crochet into the top and then chain 2. 1, actually it could be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chain 1, yarn over, flip your work. We're going to skip this first stitch, go into the 2nd stitch, and we're going to place a half double crochet, then a single crochet into the 3rd stitch, and a single crochet into the last stitch, and a slip stitch at the end. And this is what it's going to turn out like. And then if you like, you can leave it this way. Or we could do single crochets all the way around. And I'll show you what that will look like. And if you'd like to do single crochets all the way around, you can chain 1, turn your work, and then just work single crochets all the way around.
If you ever think it's pointless, I will remind you that it's not. And the world will dance around us. They wanna know what we've got. We can breathe underwater. Nothing can hurt us anymore. And as long as we're together, it doesn't matter where we are. Never leave the ocean's
There's the tail, which I'm going to be honest, I really didn't care about going around it with single crochets, and now that I did, I really like it. you're going to cut your work, cut the end, make a slip knot, and then tuck all of your ends. And there he is. Let me tuck my ends. Alright, all the strings are all tucked, and I'm gonna add the eyes. I'm just gonna add these eyes. They really don't need to be this big, but I only have a few of my littler ones left. So I think I'm going to use these ones, and I'm going to place them about here. I don't even know if this one is the size. Oh, it did. So these are bigger eyes, but that's okay. And there he is. I think these are so fun, and they turn out so well. And hopefully my video will upload and I can make it for you. So there you have it. And on the inside, and then the freeze pop. Alright, here he is, all finished. I didn't add the Santa hat. I did try. His head was a little smaller than the other one, but I can link. I will make a Santa hat video if you want to add it. Here is the one with the Santa hat. I think he turned out a little bit better, but this one definitely is still cute. I would use either one. Look, my son's already coming over to find him. What do you think?
It's the popsicle.
There it is.
Like it.
You like it with the shark popsicle?
I know.
What do you think? This one is the Santa. What do you think?
It's Strike Santa. It's Strike Santa.
Shark Santa. Or
Yeah.
Santa shark.
Yeah, there you do. You can just pull it out.
Here's the Santa shark. Here's one without the Santa hat. So this is what they look like.
Mommy.
This one did turn out with like a little bit bigger belly.
Mom.
But
Mom.
you could just add a couple more stitches around.
That looks like a tongue.
It looks like a tongue. Oh, it does. Look, it does look like his tongue.
Oh, that would definitely. Wait, is it another shark thing?
All right. Well, I hope that you will take the time to make one. They sure are. My kids sure do think they're fun. Happy Shark Week. Happy Merry Christmas in July. And until next time, eat, sleep, pray, and crochet. Thank you so much for watching.